Based on reports we are getting now, a famous Onitsha drug market, one of the busiest commercial hub in West Africa, over 1,000 shops were sealed in one afternoon, and officials moved in around 2:30 p.m. Shops that were closed on Monday were marked and sealed. Shops that were open were spared. So they went around the market around 30 p.m. What about those who have closed? Can you imagine? Soludo and his guys. They started locking shops. You could not understand reason why some might have closed. Anyway, it's all about the sit at home, which started 2021 to 2025. And you know why it already started? For the sake of records, it's a political protest in Southeast. Over time, it became fear-driven. Yeah, many people began to observe it as a result of fear. There are some who observed it willingly. So, many traders stayed home not by choice, but fear. Then some by choice. And in 2026, government pushback begins. Governor Soludo closed Onitsha market for 1 week to force people to comply, to stop sitting at home and come out. He declared no more sit at home in Anambra. And he introduced what we call no work, no pay. That is a policy for Mondays. This is economic pressure. It is not just policy. Now, in 2026, there was something like an escalation. 200 shops sealed. Earlier, we already know 10,000 shops were marked for demolition in our Onitsha. That is quite massive. According to government, it is not enforcement but restructuring. Now, in the current action, we are in March 2026, 1,000 plus shops sealed again. Same reason, alleged disobedience. But there's a big contradiction in all of this. According to the government claim, the traders are still obeying sit at home. But if you listen to the traders, we are already complying. Government even commended us that we are complying. So both sides cannot be right at the same time. So what is happening? What is happening is that, let me tell you, these are the factors, these are the problem. There is fear versus force. Government says there is no sit at home, but the reality is that many traders still fear violence. Some fear attacks, some fear uncertainty. Even the governor admitted traders' absence shows a lingering climate of fear. So why are they now forcing them? So traders are trapped. Some of these traders are trapped. Open shop and risk attack. Close shop and government punishes you. And we're talking about the second one, economic control. They follow the money. The Onitsha main market is one of the largest markets in Africa. It handles massive import, trade, and cash flow. Every Monday shutdown, the fact is that billions are lost. So, but who do you think benefits if Mondays are forced open? The government will have a reason to tax to get revenues and, project a kind of economic image. Then the political leadership will show they have control over an authority. But who loses? The traders. Goods, daily income, small workers, those people who are loaders, who are transporters, apprentices, they suffer. Now, the third thing is power show and security strategy. This is deeper than markets. It's about who controls Southeast. And the government is saying, we are in charge, not non-state actors. Sit at home represents resistance, protest, or influence outside government. So, sealing shop is not just punishment. It is a political message. Government trying to say, we are in charge. Now, here is the hidden angle, the urban restructuring. 10,000 shops marked for demolition. That is the one of the latest. Repeated closures and selling pressure on traders to comply or relocate. This raises a serious question. Is this only about sit at home or about clearing and reorganizing the market? Because traders claim they paid for approved shops. Government now says some structures are not acceptable. Eh? That's a property and power conflict. Now, looking at from traders' voices, according to several traders, they said we opened, but customers didn't come. Because it is not just a market sit at home, it is not a trader sit at home, it is an overall sit at home in the region. According to them, transport and banks were not working. We are trying, but the system is not ready. So this reveals something important. Even if traders open, there might be no transport, no banks, no customers. Then opening becomes useless or risky. And there is what the mainstream reports are ignoring. One, they are ignoring the fear factor. The media says non-compliance, but reality shows fear-based compliance failure. They are ignoring economic survival crisis. No deep focus on daily losses, debt pressures, and survival of small traders. The third one, policy contradictions. Government says open, but supporting system, the banks, the transport are not fully functioning. So, possible hidden agenda, demolition plus sealing and enforcement. And this could signal bigger restructuring plans. Here is the simple truth. This is not just about shops. It is a three-way struggle. Government is trying to assert control, and fear still controlling the street. Traders stuck in the middle. If sit at home is truly over, why are people still afraid to open? Why punish traders instead of addressing the security fears? Is this about restoring the economy or showing political power? Soludo, this question is for you. Why seal shops when traders say they are already complying? And most importantly, is the government fighting sit at home or fighting the people caught inside it? Soludo, this question is for your government.